me a little bit more about these tax savings. I know you have done something really amazing where you actually have helped people understand what they can actually save ahead of time. And you've developed an app to do that. Talk to us a little bit about what this app is that you've developed.
Yeah, sure. So a few years ago, even before I had the course, I've been talking to people and I was like, okay, we'd be talking, having a conversation with you and George. It's like, so let's break this down so I can, there's one thing talking about it, but let's kind of quantify it a little bit more. And, I'd say, get out my calculator and I'd say, okay, what's your monthly rent or your mortgage interest? And we kind of go through a list of things. And because I know it in my head, right? I was like, well, you probably, looking at $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 based on a percentage tax bracket. And you're like, okay, but I don't understand how we did this. Like, I just, you know what I mean? So I thought, like, I must be able to formalize this and create like an Excel file or like, and then it kind of go, that would be cool if I could have an app. Wouldn't that be cool that anybody could just download it? I don't want to make money on an app. So not, you know what I mean? So I just figured out how to do it. Just figuring out how to write a book, and I figured out how to get this thing done. And I had somebody help me create a formula and I tested it and I worked with people and I was like, okay, yeah, it's pretty accurate. Right. So, and then what I did was I put a little worksheet together with it to just say, these are all your tax write-offs. When I say write off almost everything, a lot of that's here, right? So it comes down to like entering 5 numbers and a couple percentages, right? So in other words, one of them would be, what percentage. So you're in your office and I'm in my office. What percentage of our office does that represent in our whole house? Okay, so put that percentage in. Everyone's number is different, right? So, and you just kind of put in all these numbers, and then at the end, it just automatically calculates your estimated tax savings. And I just did it based on a 22% tax rate. So if you were working full time or whatever, depends on your income, it could be higher, but I'm trying to look at, doesn't matter what state you're in or what province you're in Canada, let's just take, and I've had people, I've done this with them and they were like, 22%, I'm taxed at almost 40. And I'm like, yeah, so double the number. Okay. Right. So, so I give that away and I actually put it in my book in the back there. You can go grab this app and people are downloading it every day and playing with it. And it's kind of cool. So that was sort of the thought around that is it's one thing talking about it at a high level and kind of like what we're doing. I'm saying here, go measure it, go find out for yourself, put your own numbers in, play around with it. Right.
I love that. Yeah, I just want to bring out a couple of things and just make it really clear to the audience. You just kind of breezed over. Yeah, I didn't know how to make an app. I just figured out how to do it and I just put it out there. I didn't know how to write a book. I just figured it out and put it out there. This is really the true heart of an entrepreneur. I feel like it's like, I don't know the answer. So I'm going to find someone or something that's going to help me figure this out. And you just did it. I really love to see that.